This is the Watts family, and we are making this video for the Cushing Police Department in honor of National Police Week. And this is Brandon Watts. Brandon, what is the most important thing that you think a police officer does?
That they're nice and they like to save us and not let us die. And they won't leave us in a railroad. They'll help us out of the railroad if a train's coming.
Okay. When I say, oh look, there's a police officer, what's the first thing you think of?
Daddy, because he's always a police officer and he's saving our city until 4 o'clock, or is it 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock.
Okay, 2 o'clock. And that's when he gets off, but he has to get called in to a night shift. He'll do it, and we'll be with B, and we'll be listening to the scanner, because if we hear Daddy's name.
Okay. Why do you think that police officers are heroes?
Because they save our lives.
What would you like to say to the Cushing Police Department to tell them that you appreciate them?
Because they save our lives and they love us really much. Okay, watch that.
This is Ribbon. Ribbon, what's the most important thing that you think a police officer does?
Is just there every single day to show up at work and make sure we're doing okay and doing their job and going to each place or going to whatever they have to do to protect us and our community.
When I say, oh look, there's a police officer, what's the first thing you think of?
Well, I think of Carson, but then again I think of all the other police officers. I wonder what they're up to or what their case they're having to do or what they're having to go through at that time just to protect us.
Why do you think that police officers are heroes?
Because they're there every day and just make sure that nothing bad happens to us and make sure that they know what's going to happen or is told what's going to happen to be there for us.
What would you like to say to the Cushing Police Department to tell them that you appreciate them?
I'm kind of new at this, but thanks for everything that has happened or that will happen, and y'all protecting us. And I love y'all.
This is Taylor Watts. Taylor, what is the most important thing that a police officer does?
I think the most important thing they do is get rid of the bad guys and then save our lives.
When I say, oh look, there's a police officer, what's the first thing you think of?
Uh-oh, I think my mom's speeding.
Why do you think police officers are heroes?
Because they help you in a time of need and then they save you.
What would you like to say to the Cushing Police Department to tell them you appreciate them?
I would want to thank them and because of all they do, and I kind of want to know what they have on their belt. They just have a million things in there. That's what I'd say.
This is Andrew Watts. Andrew, what is the most important thing a police officer does? Andrew, what's the most important thing a police officer does?
They help people.
Okay. When I say, oh look, there's a police officer, what's the first thing you think?
They kiss them, then they go back, then they go.
What's the first thing you think of when you see a police officer?
Then they'll go help people.
Okay. Why do you think that police officers are heroes?
Because they help people.
What would you like to say to the Cushing Police Department to tell them you appreciate them?
Because they help people.
Okay. Hey Andrew, what happens if you throw trash outside of your window while you're driving?
You have to go to talk to the police.
You have to go talk to the police? Okay, thank you. This is Jovi Watts. Jovi, what do you think is the most important thing that a police officer does?
I think the most important thing that a police officer does is spend their whole day and whatever shift they have, they spend a whole lot of time working hard to protect us and do things that they have to, but not only that they have to because they want to.
When I say, oh look, there's a police officer, what's the first thing you think of?
I think of, I wonder who it is, I wonder if I know them. And I think of what they're doing, and like I really want to be nosy, and I think about who it is and if Carson can call them and figure out what's going on.
Why do you think that police officers are heroes?
Because they're just the perfect hero. Like when you watch a movie, they're like the exact as a hero in a movie. They're the ones who are always there, who always come flying to the rescue whenever something's happening. And they're just the ones that you can always count on 24/7.
What would you like to say to the Cushing Police Department to tell them that you appreciate them?
Thanks for spending a lot of time and time that you didn't want to, helping and trying to find people and trying to, like, whenever somebody kills somebody and you have a murder case and you have to stay a long time, stay all night, especially when you have things planned with family. No matter how disappointed you are, you stay and help for whatever you do, and I just want to say thanks for that.
One, two, three.
Happy Police